Hey everybody. You know what? I have to thank all of you. A sincere heartfelt thanks, because I had no idea life would end up like this. I had no idea that I'd be getting paid to do videos for advice to people. But it's, people are paying us, the market, and honest to God, my mom asked, so what are you doing? I'm getting paid to do videos on YouTube. What? You're not in banking anymore? It's like, no, why would I be? So, this is another video request. Paid, of course, and as always, hey, if you have a question, like, I'm gonna go do YouTube videos anyway, on things that I like to do, that helps perpetuate my own little economic online media empire. But if you have a specific question that you want answered, or advice, and you want it answered in video format, I'll do it. Hell yeah, I'll put it on YouTube. And this is one such case. I received a request from somebody to put together a video, and it was rather personal. And I said, well, do you want me just to email you this? This can be answered in an email. He says, no, I probably want it to be done on a video, so that it helps other people. And I happen to concur with him, so I'm not going to mention his names, but the topic he's addressing, or the questions he has, are germane to most men, and his own particular situation. But more so, and I'm not going to beat around the bush. Asian and Middle Eastern college students, males typically, engineering nerd type guys. Like, I'm a nerd myself, but Asian and Middle Eastern people who come over from obviously Asia and Middle East and have trouble with women, especially if you're short. And so we're going to address some of those things here. So, and I apologize for the length, but I'm going to read through it so we all get this and I answer his questions thoroughly. Hi, Captain. I stumbled onto your page and was so enthralled by what you have to say, I bought your book, Bachelor Pad Economics. I enjoy what I've read so far. In any case, I would like you to make a video on your channel for $20 on your thoughts and advice on my situation so that I and others may benefit. So he's being very altruistic and kind. My background: in my last semester of electrical engineering with a focus on digital wireless communications, May 2014 graduate. There you go. Hey, that's 2 months away. Graduated many years later. Then my liberal arts peers from high school, because I had to work to pay for my tuition, and you had to work for a real degree. We'll graduate with no student debt. Oh, outstanding! Out-freaking standing! Problem: crappy GPA 2.2 due to having to work in sight. Totally understandable. No music theory, play second and third in local ballroom competition. Hey, there you go! Silver syllabus, cha-cha, American rumba. God, this guy's like me, except smarter. Stopped dancing after I started upper division engineering courses. Yeah, that's right. I'm short, 5'4", 130 pound, weight evenly distributed, no beer belly, but not muscular. Naturally laid back, introverted, but introverted, I think he mistyped. Introverted, but can force myself to flip a mental switch and be able to be extroverted. I have no problems making friends among other engineering students and coworkers. Questions for you to address in this video. Since I literally live in the engineering building to study, take lab, data, etc., I feel out of place when I go to bars. I usually just grab a picture with engineering buddies and head back to, well, the engineering building. What's the best way for me to start incorporating myself into the real world, especially in terms of finding cool girls? College girls are now harder since I will no longer be on campus as often once I graduate. Here's the deal with bars. I think bars are going the way of the dinosaur. Nightclubs and all stuff like that. When you go into a bar, and many people have talked about this, so this is not new material. I think even maybe have a video on it. But look up the death of the nightclub. When you go into a bar or a nightclub, that is probably the worst environment for a guy to go into to meet girls. Because it's an uphill battle. You got everything working against you. One, women are in their herd mentality. Two, women know that they don't go there to meet guys. They go there to get free drinks and get attention. And this isn't to say you can't get a number or you're not going to get laid or anything like that. It's just that, for the most part, 98% of the women there are not there to meet you. They're there to have you hit on them, buy them drinks, and then the little Facebook and pictures and, pouty lip stuff. And it's gotten worse since I was, going nightclubbing back in the day. So I wouldn't. I know you've been spending all that time in engineering and school, and you see the bars. Like when I was in college, I'd always walk past this place called Sally's, which was the bar. I'd be working, patrolling, like you probably did. And boy, wouldn't it be great to go in the bar. And then you get to the bar, you know what? It sucks. There's loud music. You got to yell at people. You got other guys trying to hit on these girls. None of these girls have any real intention of meeting the guys there. They're expecting it. It's like the worst of all worlds to go to that bar. What bars and nightclubs have become are nothing more than temples to hot girls in their 20s and 30s, and their teens, late teens, I guess. You're just going there to praise them. That's all that is, adulation and praise. So I would not incorporate the bar into your strategy to meet the girls. Some people say go online. That's kind of a pain in the ass. I think you're doing it right, doing the ballroom dance thing. Once you graduate, go back. I don't know if the competition thing is necessary. That whole bronze, silver, gold. You get into that, you get into some really snooty, arrogant people. It's all cliquey and bullshit. You want to go what they call street dancing, or just you go to like a salsa club, you go salsa dancing. You go to a swing dance club, go swing dancing. Go to a jazz club, go swing dancing. Whatever it is, find out what, you must have other dreams and goals, things, hobbies that you want to pursue while you're in college, but couldn't because of your studies and your work. So go and do those things. I would not, the bars are just a waste of time. I mean, seriously, if I could go back and prevent myself from going to First Avenue and all these other nightclubs, I would have. The only time I would have gone to First Avenue was to see Guar and, what was it? KMFDM? Were they playing? It's been a while. But, yeah, you're not missing out on anything. So, and you're not going to find quality girls at the bars. And I hate to say, you're just not going to find quality girls anywhere in the United States. It's really hard. The selection is crap, so strap yourself in for a long search. So hopefully we got that. Yeah, finding cool girls, yeah, just do your own thing. Hobbies, running club, lifting weights, something, I don't know. Whatever you want. Only half of my engineering friends got jobs 6 months after graduation. It's now more about who you know rather than what you know. Given this and my lack of debt post-graduation, should I bite the bullet and get my grad degree in electrical engineering? I'll have to jump through a few hoops and kill the GRE, but I feel like getting a second chance to get a higher grad school GPA is worth it. No. You don't double down on a degree unless you get a job. You litmus test it. You test it along the way. If you can't get a job with, and this is what, electrical engineering? With digital wireless communication, I imagine that's got to be a decent field. I imagine that specialty, that specialization has got to be doing rather well. As far as my thinking takes me, you did exactly what you needed to do. The only thing is your low GPA. What I would do is emphasize that you paid your way through college, which most people don't. They just don't. They don't have that, what's the word I'm looking for, that trait, characteristic, that sell. I would just try and find yourself a job. And you're probably going to have to find some guy who busted his ass off, put his way through college, who's the hiring manager, and you want that right there. I would almost say low GPA due to having to work while going to school, or something like that. If you're going to graduate, you graduate, you did pass, so I would do that. But do not go to grad school. That's just... and if other engineers, hopefully maybe you'll make some comments in the comments section. You'll, back me up. But what I've heard from engineers is that you basically have a trade, is what you have, a trade skill. There should be no master's or doctorate unless you wanted to go and teach. And so unless, in other words, this is it. You should now be able to go into the field and work. If you would get a master's now, I don't think that's an additional benefit to employers, or they're going to find that attractive. They're basically going to say, well, look, why aren't you in academia? So don't do the master's. What are your thoughts on self-help gurus like Anthony Robbins and the pickup artist community? I'm familiar with the works of Mystery and Ross Jeffries, but I've not applied any of it yet. I'm not... Self-help, I like self-help in general, the concept, because it's free. I don't know anything about Anthony Robbins. I know he's got the big chin and all that. The pickup artist community, you could get it online for free. When it comes to pickup artists and just self-help, the key word is self. You have to do it. You can't just read. A lot of people use self-help, manicure, whatever else, as an excuse or rationalization for their failures, and they never tried in life. So you can't say, well, should I attend an Anthony Robbins seminar? Yeah, sure, it ain't going to hurt you. It's whether you go out there and pound the pavement and do it. So, let me go through the rest of this. Yeah. Now, here's the other thing, and I will, because point 3 or question 3 you had, and the information about short, and I'm going to let people know you're Asian. I'm not going to give a name or anything like that, but this is those two variables and traits I've seen before run concurrently, where you have IT, Asian, Middle Eastern, or foreign guys, and Asians typically tend to be shorter, and then now you want to know about gaming and dating in the United States. Here's the thing, and it has nothing to do with whether you're foreign, or Middle Eastern, or Asian. What this has to do is with height. If you're a short guy, you are fucked in the United States. All right, I'm 5'9", and what success I have had has been outstanding given my, and I'm average height, but I'm still short. I'm still like a girl will glad. Most girls want a guy who's 6 feet tall or taller. And the reason I'm so blunt and direct about it is because that is the quote-unquote problem. It's not your problem. It's not like you chose to only be 5'4". It's not under your control. But in misdiagnosing the problem, you're going to waste your time and efforts and energies on trying to improve things that just won't result in additional dates. So if you're 5'4", yeah, you are short, man. No doubt about it. You're short, and you're going to have to date really short girls. So, and there was a study done on this. I think it was OkCupid or Match.com. I forget which. But they took a look at what women were looking for, and the stats aren't, these aren't the stats, but it was very lopsided like this. It was kind of like the 80-20 rule, where 80% of the women wanted only 20% of the guys. So you had 80% of the women. And so who would you date on this bracket, this field? They would only go after 20% of the guys. And these guys were obviously all taller. So you're doing as best as you can. You're in the right field. You're in ballroom dancing. You got your game going. I don't want you wasting any more time, in other words, going to a pickup artist community where, you're out there. You're dancing. You're doing. It doesn't seem like you're afraid of approaching girls. But if you're starting to have failure, like, why isn't this girl, why didn't she call me back, why didn't I get the number, why didn't I close, all this other stuff, it has nothing to do with you personally. It has everything to do with your height. So you could lift weights, like it says, you're no beer belly but not muscular. You could get totally ripped, won't really change anything. So for you, and this is a common problem a lot of Asian and Middle Eastern engineering nerdy type guys have, is they think it's their nerdiness or their IT geekiness or whatever. And that may be true, but if you're short, forget your IT nerdiness, geekiness. That's the real problem. So it's a problem that can't be solved, and what I say, date shorter, up your game as much as possible, not to the point that it ruins your life. And then frankly, I'd go back to your home country to find a wife. I'm not saying if you like the United States, stay here, but to find a wife, you may have to go back to your country where women are short. I'm assuming China, Vietnam, whatever else. I'm trying to think. Laos. Are the Philippines, are they short? I don't know. I'm just going based on what countries I know tend to be short. So I would really consider going back to the homeland and finding yourself a girl there. Plus, really, the American women, I'm sorry, I can't. I got to be honest. The American women are crap for quality. I know that they're all glamorized in TV and Hollywood, but, just date enough of them and you'll be like, oh my God, what the heck? There's a reason a lot of American men are saying, hey, go south, go to Central Latin America, go to South America, go to Asia. And I'm not talking the mail order bride. These guys are like, I'm going to go live down there. Because the women are more traditional. I would say the women, I'm being deadly serious, this is not to slight American women, this is just my observation. After dating enough, I'm not going to shortchange my experiences. Foreign women tend to be more traditional, nicer, kinder, they stay in shape better, etc., etc. So yeah, that's, while you're here, you're going to have to deal with fakeness. People aren't going to, you're 5'4", you can't change that. There's a reason I got a girlfriend, and I stick with her because, like, oh my God, she shows up on time. She has a job. You laugh at that, but these are rare qualities in American women. So, in any case, hopefully that helped you out, and hopefully that helped out other people you were kind of hoping to intend to help out there. I think a lot of people are in that not the exact same situation, but engineering job prospects not looking that great. And hopefully that helped people. So that's all we got. And then, if you guys, anybody else want anything, send me a question and I'll assess it and I'll tell you how much it will cost. Toodles.